What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at you with another video today. And before we get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. So comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I'll definitely be sure to get back to you with the response. So as you can see from the looks of the thumbnail, title, and screen, today, man, I'm bringing and breaking down a very special big man for all of my bigs out there, the centers, power forwards. This is going to be an archetype specifically for y'all. And don't you worry about you guards, man, because I'm coming up with a lot this year. And with this archetype, as you can see today, man, this one will be coming out to the 3-level scoring cleaner. And all around, I gotta say, this build is a beast, bro. Everything from the defensive glass, being able to be considered a stretch big. On top of that, bro, we get elite standing contact dunks, upgraded dunk packages. This build is the whole package in one. And as you can see with those comparisons, all-time DeMarcus Cousins, Victor Wembanyama, and Devontae Sabonis, bro. So really, I just want to say thank every single one of y'all for your support, man. We are at 13,000 supporters, and I just want you to know that none of this would be possible without number one, bro, God, Jesus Christ, and y'all the rich family. So I really just want to give it all to him and all to y'all, bro. Thank you for the support. And before we move any further, if it was your first time coming, bro, be sure to hit that sub button if you know. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. Now let's get into the breakdown of this build today. So to start this build out today, we will be making this one out of that center position. As far as when it comes towards the actual height, I know a lot of y'all are going to want to go with 7 feet 4 this year. It's tempting, bro. But realistically, last year, I feel like a lot of people really did favor that 7 feet exactly height. But I think this year, 7'1" is going to be a wave. And I'll get into the breakdown of everything, the badges, animations, all that good stuff. So when it comes towards the weight, this is really optional. I'm going to keep it up specifically for my strength. Let's go up to 236 with a 7'3" wingspan. So you're still going to have that wingspan to be able to guard a 7'4" center. Just something to keep in mind. Now, let's get into the actual breakdown of the physicals. I always love getting into this first. It's going to give you an idea of the animations, badges, everything that you can potentially unlock on this build. So for the speed today, let's go put this all the way up to a 62. Once it comes towards the agility, we're going to leave this at a 42. You don't need to go anything higher. As far as when it comes towards that strength, this is where the build starts to get a little special, bro. We're going to go all the way up to an 86. And then as far as when it comes towards that vertical today, let's go ahead and leave this at a 74. And this is going to set you up perfectly to get into the rest of the build. Now, I just want to say, feel free to make any types of changes, adjustments to your own liking and play style. But I highly guarantee y'all that with the way that I'm making this build today, it's going to be one that you don't need to make any changes to. So let's get into the finishing. We're going to go ahead and put that close shot all the way up to an 87. 80 when it comes towards the actual driving layup, and then as you can see when it comes towards that driving dunk, let's put this all the way up to an 80 as well. And this is specifically to get some of those upgraded dunk packages. As far as when it comes towards that standing dunk, this is probably my favorite thing about this build today. We're going to go all the way up to a 90 with a post control of an 87. So rest assured, bro, I made sure that I went back and forth with trying to get the most bang for my buck, especially when it comes towards these badges. As you can see, we're off to a pretty good start, but let's go ahead and wrap up the shooting today. So for that mid-range shot, go ahead and put this all the way up to an 89. Now, initially, I did have this at an 87, a little bit higher of a ball handle than what we will be going with today. As far as when it comes towards that three-pointer, let's go ahead and put this all the way up to an 83. For that free throw today, let's go up to a 65. And like I said, bro, if you're going to be more of a rec player, the pro-am, the fives, you can definitely upgrade that free throw even more if you wanted to. But I feel like this is going to be perfect. You get a lot of good jump shots, the bases, the releases, and even the badges, bro. So getting into that playmaking today, we're going to go with an 80 pass accuracy. As far as when it comes towards the actual ball handle, this is all optional. Initially, I did go with a 55, but we're going to drop this down to a 50. Back to that speed with ball, let's put this all the way up to a 55. And that's going to allow you to get Giannis dribble style. And pretty much so far, man, I think for the offensive end, for being a true big man, you have a lot to work with, bro. Now, we still have 9 more overall to get into and break down, but I truly feel like this is probably one of the better templates to start out with. This is strictly a park build, but you can take it into the rec, bro, the pro-am, all the other game modes that are going to require a team of 5, this is going to be a viable option for you. Now let's go ahead and get into that defense. So for the interior today, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 82, 62 when it comes towards that perimeter end. As far as when it comes towards that steal, you want to be able to get into those passing lanes. So I'm going to go with a 60 with an 84 when it comes towards that block. So the defense is truly shaping out better than we can even expected, man. As far as when it comes toward the rebounding today, this is where things get nasty. So we're going to go with a 69 when it comes toward that offensive. You can interchange these if you want to, but I did decide to go with a 92 when it comes toward that defensive rebound. And this is what we will be looking like when we get this build maxed out to 99 overall. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and smash that like button. If you like this build, man, let me know down below in the comment section. But let's get into the breakdown of these badges. So as you can see, just from the bronze standpoint, you get immovable enforcer, interceptor, posterizer, bro, also limitless range. Now you do need to take into account which utilization that you're going to be using: the shooting, finishing, defense, or playmaking. Truthfully, or even the rebounding, bro, you cannot forget about it. Truthfully, I would consider going with the shooting just because you can upgrade some of these badges from gold to legend or even Hall of Fame. Now when it comes towards these silver badges, we get dimer, you're also getting high flying denier, off ball pest, a lot of silver badges on tier 1. You get post lockdown, deadeye, brick wall, also getting break starter with pogo stick, physical finisher, paint prodigy, paint patroller. You also get unpluckable on the silver tier with versatile visionary. So as far as for this build being a passer, not only do you get some of those better, upgraded passing styles, but you'll be able to get the badges that go equipped with it. Now as far as when it comes towards these gold badges, the tier 2, you get aerial wizard, also float game, bro. Now I'm gonna say it right now, Bam Adebayo floater, probably one of the most broken in NBA 2K26, bro. And for those of y'all who don't know, this is easily gonna be one of the better layup styles to go with when it comes towards this year. Let me go ahead and just show y'all what I'm talking about. So for Bam Adebayo, I believe you only need a 76 driving layup, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, this is going to be a build that not only can carry the load offensively, but defensively, this build has it all, man. Now, as far as when it comes towards what we can do with the finishing, I'm happy about. You got that post control in there, some of the upgraded, dunk packages, but also elite standing contact dunks, bro. Not much more that you can ask for. So we also get hook specialist on gold, post powerhouse, you get post fade phenom. From there, you get box out beast, set shot specialist, rise up, rebound chaser, and also post up poet. Now, just a few things to keep in mind, bro. And I'm not even going to get into the full breakdown of cap breakers, max +1 and +2s, but a few badges that I would consider upgrading to a max +1 or +2. And that's going to be first, rebound chaser. If you can get a max +2 to legend, more power to you. Even Hall of Fame, bro. Now you also can do the same with a max +1, getting rise up from gold to Hall of Fame. And even with set shot specialist, you can get this on the legends here or Hall of Fame, but it's all going to come down to if you want to specialize in shooting or defense. Now, you also get post fade phenom. So just imagine some of these badges on the gold tier upgraded 2 more levels. But even when it comes towards the silver, you can even add on Hall of Fame paint patroller. For the defensive end, bro, I'm telling y'all, there's so many different options that you can upgrade, even going from a silver to gold or Hall of Fame high flying denier. I think all of these options are great, but if you do decide to specialize in shooting, and that's what I'm aiming for on this build, I would go ahead and upgrade limitless range on the gold tier. From there, you'll get another one on the max +1. Go ahead and upgrade your deadeye, or you can actually go ahead and upgrade set shot specialist to Hall of Fame. Both of these options, I'm telling y'all, I think they're going to be great. But let's just go ahead and say you want to specialize in defense. You can upgrade immovable enforcer to gold. And then also on this end, bro, if you wanted to, you can, I would honestly upgrade paint patroller to Hall of Fame, bro, or even gold. It's all going to come down to your preference, your play style. But even when it comes towards these takeovers, man, a few of the options that we do get, as you can see, you get Dishmaster, Paint Surgeon. Now, I think this is good because you do get that barbecue chicken takeover, and that's going to allow you to be a true post scorer down below. Even when it comes towards, Rim Guardian, I really like this takeover, bro. You potentially can have an 88 interior defense, 90 block with a 97 defensive rebound. If this is going to be a build that I'm using right now, and it potentially will be my main center, this is probably the only takeover that I would pick. Now, even if you want us to go with anything else like Eraser, I think this one is nice as well because it does boost your steal, the block, and also the rebounding. Now, it's all going to come down to your preference with what you want to do. Now, there's so many different options that you can pick from on this build, and that's something that I really like about this one. On top of that, you even get offensive artist, the sharpshooting takeover. From there, you know, there's so many different options that you can work with on this build, and I gotta say, this is one of the reasons why I gotta present y'all a true center that can be dominant in just about every aspect in NBA 2K26, and this is the right build for that. So if you have not done so already, smash that like button. And if you want to join the family, bro, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now, let's go ahead and get to the breakdown of the build name. As you can see, we get those comparisons, like I said, DeMarcus Cousins, Victor Wembanyama, and also this build will be coming out to the 3-level scoring cleaner. Now, I love these top attributes. An A in defensive rebounding, standing dunk, and the mid-range shot. The strengths, an absolute monster on the defensive glass. Dominant standing dunker. Mid-range game part of Arsenal, knows how to seal and score. That's probably my favorite attribute on this build. And the weaknesses, no presence on the offensive glass, heavy-footed when changing directions. Now, man, this is going to be a build that solely can run that 5 position on your team. And like I said, bro, if you want to make any changes, adjustments to this archetype, feel free to do so. Now, I really just want to say thank every single one of y'all for your support. None of this would be possible without number one, bro, God, Jesus Christ. And y'all, the Rich family, coming through every single day, showing your support. So I truly just want you to know that I appreciate y'all. I love you. Welcome to the family. And I got y'all with another one tomorrow. So if it was your first time coming, bro, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.